Gotta go 1.
No.
Oh yeah. 2, 3, 4,
Bro.
5, 6.
Bro, he's not 6. You're capping. That's cap, shorty. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your man, Stilo Vino. Hold on. Let me fix my hat. Stilo Vino, Pellegrino, Mr. Heem, Mr. Algorithm, all that good stuff. Back here, another Jubilee reaction. It's your first time seeing my face, first time being on my channel. You better ask somebody. I'm saying you better ask somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? But you in the right spot. That's what I'm saying. You in the right spot, and you could have been anywhere else in the world. What you here with me, I appreciate that. So for that, I'm giving you a genuine and great reaction. Let's get into another Jubilee video. Strangers rank their intelligence, IQ versus first impressions. Let's get it.
Before we get into our show, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Grammarly. As CEO of Jubilee Media, I have to do a lot of writing, and Grammarly is an amazing digital writing assistant. The Grammarly browser extension is super simple to download. Just go to Grammarly.com and click install now.
We know you're getting paid.
Upgrading to premium is
we know you're getting paid.
It also makes
ain't nobody trying to see
whether or not. Now enjoy the episode.
Everyone in this video is tested for COVID-19 prior to filming. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. Shout out to Jubilee, man, for making this. I should have watched your ad for the simple fact that I'll watch your next ad for the simple fact that you make your videos copyright free so that reactors can react to it. I appreciate that. I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, if you ever see this, I appreciate that. You know, thank you. Thank you.
I wasn't planning to go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, we'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
What the what a story. Is that Cap? Is that Cappuccino? Is she capping? That's a crazy story to be like, I don't think I'm gonna get into college, and the first college you apply to is Yale and you get in. That's Cappuccino. That's Cap. That's Cap. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie you just told. Cause that's like the top of the top. I at least start at like Cal State LA or like a state college where you're at. Like, not to say Cal State LA is bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of esteemed people, but like Yale is like Ivy League. You can get into Cal State LA with like a 2.8, 2.9, you feel me? But Yale, bro, you need to give them a pint of blood. You need to know a Rockefeller, a Rothstein. You need to be next door neighbors of Denzel Washington. You got to have a 4.9. You got to average 35 a game. All the girls got to love you. And you know Nicolas Cage. That's how you get into Yale. Facts.
Should we just like go down and do
intros?
Yeah, I'm Sade. I'm 24. I work in finance. I have a bachelor's degree. I went to Yale.
I'm Tyler. I'm 20.
I guess that's no cappuccino. I guess it's facts.
I'm a high school graduate, and I work in the Marine Corps.
I'm Kaylee. I'm 25. I'm a software developer. I went to Ohio University, and I have a bachelor's degree.
Maria. I'm 30 years old. I have my PhD in cancer biology, and I work in the biotech industry. Grad school, I went to University of South Carolina, and undergrad, I went to University of Florida.
Hi everybody, my name is Sean. I'm 27.
Oh, is that Sean from the last video? Shout out to Sean.
I'm the director of social media for a company, and I also work for a digital ad agency. I got a double major in dance and cultural anthropology. Undergrad, I went to Loyola Marymount University.
Hi everybody, I'm Ray. I'm 24. I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Harvard recently, and I work in consulting.
Oh, y'all are babies.
I know, that's what I was saying, is age a factor?
Yeah, it gives you like years of experience.
Yeah, I guess
we need to, maybe it's good to identify what intelligence means to everybody.
I bet that feels so good to have your kid get that acceptance letter from an Ivy League college. You know, I'm not going to be pressuring my kid to go to school when I have a kid. But I'd be really happy for them to say, like, I didn't get to do it, so I'm happy you did it. But that could be anything. If my child is a painter, child is whatever, and they do the first thing they do, and you're the first thing to do this, I don't care what it is, you know? I can't wait for that moment.
I think intelligence is better defined as your adaptability and your problem-solving skills more than it is your education. Obviously, like the education, the stuff you've been through, puts a lot into play in it because it gives you more resources, more thoughts to draw from. The formula.
I could tell he's more tactical. This is my pick off the bat. Who's the smartest? Because it's about how it could be applicable in the real world. You can know a lot of theory and a lot of things from books and not know how to apply it to your life. So is that useless information that you use, that you gain and you learn? And we're in the age of information where you can get an information overload, a wealth of information due to just like the internet and just having so much information at your fingertips. None of that, I'm not going to say none of that. That's not fair. A lot of that is not going to be put to great use and applied on a consistent daily basis to improve your life and your family's life and the overall well-being of the world, or just like, you know what I'm saying? Impact as far as what I'm talking about. So this is my pick. I don't know who y'all pick is. I'm going to let it go. You know what I'm saying? But this is my pick so far.
Education definitely
I like
helps,
how he's talking. I like how poised and composed he is.
I don't think it's in any way essential.
So what is the most essential?
So the most essential thing would probably be common sense.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think intelligence is both EQ, IQ, and that common sense, street smart intelligence, all of that combined.
I like her though.
People consciously or unconsciously, when they see someone, form an opinion immediately. Like I'm sure we all did right away.
When I saw you, I told myself, Maria, do not judge him just by his looks. He could be throwing you off, or that's just who he is, but he can talk the talk and walk the walk.
I feel like they're all smart in their own way, like in their own. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if they're gonna get into this, but intelligence varies. There's emotional intelligence. There's street smart. There's common sense. There's a whole bit. It just depends on what you deem as important. You know what I'm saying? Like, it isn't necessarily. We're not perfect, so what you could be at intellectually or intelligently, you could be at a disadvantage depending on the situation. Some person may thrive in a tactical situation, like that Marine Corps. I can tell if you put him in a lot of pressure situations, he's going to pull through and use what he knows up here, his intellect and his mental acuity. Is that how you say that? To be able to solve a situation, problem solve. Her, I like her though. I feel like I like her. I don't know why yet.
I didn't want to judge him based on the way he looks or dresses or acts. So I was like, I think he's intelligent.
First impressions, I would put him at the bottom only because when I was in school, all the other people with like the bright neon colors and stuff, they were typically the ones doing worse in classes. If we were ranking confidence, I'd definitely put Sean at very first place.
So what is the definition that we're going?
I like how he's breaking down these situations. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I like your definition.
I know, I was gonna say, I like my definition. It combines everything.
Does anyone have any like initial?
You can be honest.
Start on that side.
I gotta hear him from Harvard, and I gotta hear her from Yale. And then I want to hear Sean, just because he's on the hot seat right now. I feel like they're all coming in like he's the lowest, but I feel like he could shock some people. But right now, these are the number 2 spots. Tyler, I think from the Marine Corps, and 2 Maria. I'm thinking about battle for third is bro from Harvard and a black girl from Yale. And then I'm gonna rank. I need to see the young lady with the blonde hair from Ohio University. I need to see that.
I'm done going first.
I feel like I have a good combination of both, like book smart and street smart. So yeah, I think I have some input on that. There's so many aspects to intelligence. It really goes beyond IQ and EQ. Even those 2 different factors really don't capture what it really means to be intelligent.
I know I'm not, from Yale, I don't have a PhD, but what I lack in those areas, I'm able to still problem solve and use my own skill set, my emotional intelligence as well as my social intelligence.
I agree.
Besides my education and background, I feel like I have high emotional intelligence, like I'm aware of my surroundings.
As a software developer, my problem-solving skills are obviously top-notch, I think I would say. My whole life, I've kind of had to fight to be seen as intelligent. I think I'm so used to having to do that as a woman, to just step up and be like, yep, I deserve to be here. My first job out of college, I was working at a law firm. A gentleman came up to me and said, hi, you don't look like somebody that would work at a law firm. You look like somebody I'd go on spring break with. And I'm like, what?
Obviously, out of everyone here,
that's
I've
tough.
got at least
the stereotype, but we all get them.
Formal education.
I understand.
I consider myself intelligent. My mental dedication and my ability to adapt and to problem solve. What I do in the Marine Corps, I'm a seabird defense specialist. So I think that by virtue of what I do, that already requires some amount of intelligence.
Sorry, quick question. So do you think that only certain people can do your job, or do you think anyone can do your job?
Only certain people.
Not anyone can do his job.
Take the ASVAB before you go into the military. That's not really how much you know, but how well you can learn information. And I got a 94 on that. It's not an amount of how much you study, how much you know. You're not going to really get better at learning.
Life on the line, Tyler, him, Marine Corps, life on the line, facts.
Does that make sense?
He's gonna pull
I
through.
strongly disagree with you don't get better at learning. The idea that you can get better at learning is a pretty big signifier of intelligence. I'm very much dyslexic. I have ADHD and I'm on the autism spectrum. Dyslexia means that there's a big gap in comprehension. So I was scoring 99th percentile in certain areas and like 3rd percentile in others. I'll never be able to learn another language.
Damn. I'm trying to react to a video. You over there having a Harley Davidson convention. I don't know if y'all heard
Spanish
that, but
for 12 years and I can still basically only order a burrito.
So I have a question. Why did you go to Yale and why did you go to Harvard?
My parents are immigrants from China, and I'm a first generation immigrant as well and college student as well. My family always really stressed the importance of formal education. For me, that was something that I really strived for.
I wasn't planning to go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, I'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
What a story.
Why don't you guys rank each other from 1 to 6, including yourself, and give reasons why you want to do what you're doing?
I gotta go 1.
No.
Oh yeah. 2, 3, 4,
Bro.
5, 6.
Bro, he's not 6. You're capping. That's cap, shorty. You think he's the least intelligent? That's cap. I think you felt some type of way. I think she's intimidated. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she's intimidated. There's no way you felt Tyler was 6. You know, maybe it's the confidence factor. He's a white male, and it's like, I'm not about to get you the most confident. Are you out your mind? Number 1, bro from Harvard, he didn't show enough to be number 1. Maria's cool for 2. She showed enough. Why would you rate yourself number 3 if that's how you felt? You don't know. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that.
I would rank you as a 6, not meaning that you're not intelligent. I also think that I don't place a lot of value on the military.
Okay. All right. There it is. All right. Completely out the window. Everything's completely out the window.
No, full stop.
I'd probably do 1, 2, 3.
Y'all are out y'all rabid ass mind.
5, 6.
Y'all are out y'all rabid ass mind. Are y'all serious? Maybe I'm just looking at it from a completely different perspective. Life on the line. Pressure situation. Who do you want your life in the hands of? Not who's gonna choose the capital of New Mexico. Not who's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Life on the line. Life or death situation. Who do you think is gonna lead you? That is the truest meaning of applicable in the real world setting. I don't know. I'm sure.
I'm the villain this episode.
Does anyone think they're?
I think it's how he came off. In my opinion, I think he's how he came off so confident and like, I'm Tyler. You know what I'm saying? If he had came in a little bit more humble, you probably would have got ranked differently because everybody's coming in very humble, and he came in like, nobody can do my job. Even though it's facts, it's dead facts. He was like, nobody can do my job.
They're like either end of the spectrum.
I'd say I'm 1, if nothing else, because I know what I'm about and I'm sure of that.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, you guys have to rank everyone too. That is so unfair. No.
He said it don't matter where y'all rank. I'm number 1. Y'all fall in line. y'all tell me how y'all rank yourselves. Just know it's not number 1. I
would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Stop. She's not 4. Stop it. She's not 4. But like number 3 though, the black girl, I haven't heard her talk enough.
I think 1.
I'm pausing a whole lot this video. I'm sorry. I apologize.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're a cat.
I'm sorry. It's hard for me to look past the education part. Going to college, I think you learn a lot. If nothing else.
College does not mean you're intelligent.
Emotionally, but I still think you're smart.
Those are not mutually exclusive.
Thank you.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Y'all lying. That's cap. Y'all get me mad right now.
1, immigrant parents, first generation, going to college, humble, modest.
It's
2,
the humble thing.
I don't know, PhD, cancer biology scientist. I work in a biotech company. We make COVID-19 testing kits, stuff like that. And then 6. It has nothing to do with your background. I don't think you really have the highest EQ out of all of us. Tyler, he ranked last for me personally because the way he carries himself. That's
all that it was. It's just the fact that he came off so. That's it. It had nothing to do with how he. You guys were listening to the delivery and the tone of it rather than what he was saying. You gotta understand that he is dealing with life or death situations. So are you, Maria. So are you. That's why I ranked you at number 2. Like being in that type of field, life or death.
Ranking intelligence based on his point of view and not taking in other people's point of views and compiling results, but really just came down to his body language, his demeanor, the way he carried himself, the way he acted towards the group.
That's it.
I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 6.
I hate when people rank themselves last.
So the reason why I put you at number 1 is I think you have the highest, not only EQ score out of everybody, but the way you present yourself, as well as being a PhD student, I think is just like a huge thing. And I put myself 6 because I feel like I might be the weakest in terms of actual IQ score. Hopefully I can make it up as everything else. So I did put myself as least intelligent. However, if it can't be me, I definitely think Tyler, unfortunately, his way of thinking is linear. And I think intelligence is almost like a sphere. It's a picture. And right now he's only coloring with one color than, with the rainbow.
I get that. I do. I get that. I get it. Trust me, I do. But certain factors overweigh others. Certain factors overweigh others. That it's the reason why he's acting the way he is, because he had to be trained to do so. If you know what I'm saying, if I'm out in the field alone and I could die, I'm gonna act the way I'm acting. I need to be 100% sure. I can't be timid and understand I can't be 97% sure that we're gonna live. I need to be 100% confident that I'm going to be able to get us through the situation. I'm talking too much.
Who got the most?
I'm done. I promise. I'm done.
Thank you. Down.
I know this is a great video because I'm pausing too much, 1, and 2, I have a lot of things to say and I'm very passionate about it.
The most.
Sean Hay was pretty up there too.
I feel like you were definitely 3, right?
Yeah. I mean, between Harvard and Yale.
5.
I think that I sort of expected to be ranked a little bit lower. At first glance and first interaction with me, it's hard to tell how intelligent I am. It's hard to tell how intelligent anybody is.
Is anyone upset with where they're standing?
I think it makes sense that I'm down here. Like the guy who graduated from high school and then joined the military, he probably wouldn't be like high up on there. If I was in their shoes, I definitely would have also ranked myself among the lowest.
I do feel like there might be a prejudice acting in terms of ranking you
Okay, I was thinking that
highly.
too.
But I agree with the ranking. I think you probably are the most intelligent out of all of us. I would feel weird placing you there and not acknowledging the dynamics in which we did so.
But if you're able to acknowledge the dynamics, I mean, there's holes in all this because his first impression, it's great video, Jubilee. All right, I said I was gonna stop pausing. My bad. I hope Tyler busts y'all ass in this IQ test. I hope he goes stupid on y'all. I'm rooting for you,
Hearing that you
Tyler.
take an IQ test was definitely hard to hear. Quantifying things for me in that realm is really hard because it gives you something really solid. Even if you don't buy into IQ tests, it still gives you a number at the end of the day, which is something you have to grapple with.
I literally thought when you said to open the computer, we're going to look at social media, that I didn't think an IQ test would be part of it.
I hope he busts
It was
y'all
kind of
ass.
expected. We're being ranked by intelligence, an IQ test. It's not that far out the realm of possibility.
So number 1 is Raymond.
By default, I should choose the black woman, but I hope it's Tyler.
Number 2 would be Kaylee. Number 3 will be Tyler. And number 4 would be Shada. Number 5 is Sean. And number 6 is Maria.
Look at y'all. She was talking cash shit, Maria, but that was my number 2 pick. They was all right picking him number 1. They was all right picking him number 1. I'm surprised you can't judge a book. It's a great video, man. It's because the blonde hair girl, she was like, you can't judge a book by its cover, and she's number 2. That's dope. He did that with no
I think an
degree.
IQ test
Tyler
tests
did that no
something.
degree.
I don't think it's intelligence. It's definitely testing something.
Now you got a problem with the test, Sada. Now you got a problem with the test. Now you got a problem with the test. What's going on?
IQ tests are now known to be flawed and like based on incorrect sample sizes. I have really severe dyslexia. There's 2 questions on that test that I automatically basically can't answer.
I'm sure if you studied for an IQ test, you would do a lot better. Yeah. IQ tests are just one aspect or one way to measure intelligence. It's really on a spectrum what constitutes somebody as intelligent.
Before this, all I knew about IQ tests is that they existed, and the I stands for intelligence. I've never looked into IQ tests before. Coming here today, them saying the EQ, that was the first time I've ever heard that term in my life.
Coming back to intelligence, it's not just your IQ, it's your EQ, it's your common sense, it's street smarts. Sure, it is some type of metric similar to an SAT and ACT score is a metric for getting into college, but there's more to that person than that test.
I'm actually excited I wasn't last because I thought I was gonna be last, not gonna lie. I think an IQ test is a good indicator to see how people handle pressure, but I think that's easier to make sense in our heads that, oh, you're smart and you're not smart.
Definitely don't think it's the best metric. I've been exposed to tests like these probably more than most people here. That already gives me an unfair advantage.
This is my villain redemption arc. I'm climbing up the ladder.
It's interesting how they reacted to it once they were ranked and they started to cop pleas. Like, she was like, I'm dyslexic and all that, which is true. I'm not saying that isn't true. That is very true. But you could have left that part out. They already know you're dyslexic. So you don't have to be like, okay, this test doesn't make sense now because that of my, you know what I'm saying? You can't, it was just weird and inconvenient how you used your crutch at that timing. You know what I'm saying? But you're very intelligent regardless. And I agree with all their points of how that is only one way to determine what intelligence is. And that test on pressure situations, which are most real life situations, are pressure. How you handle pressure. How do you respond to adverse situations and how you adapt? That's what I think. So Tyler was number 1 for me. 2 was Maria, and 3 was between dude that went to Harvard and then the Yale, the black girl. And then 5 was the software developer from Ohio, the blonde girl, and then 6 was Sean. But it was interchangeable. But 1 and 2 was a lock for me, based on how they handle pressure. I mean, even though Maria tested last as far as the IQ, what she does on a day-to-day basis, that takes a lot. It takes a lot of different attributes to be able to excel at that level. So, very interesting video. I hope you didn't mind all the pausing, but I feel like I made up for it by adding what I thought about the video in between and all that. I hope I made a good reaction and added some valid points. But let me know in the comment box what you think. And yeah, let me know if I should do more Jubilee videos and if I should talk less. And if you say I should talk less, I'm probably going to talk more. So I'm going to do the exact opposite on that one. So I hope y'all feeling good and feeling great. Big Stilo, I'm out. Sweet.